Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 191. I'm John Cooney here to talk to you about comics released the 16th of September 2015, beginning as usual with my first five, meaning these are the first 5 books I intend to read this week, and I'll give you a little more depth on them, starting with at number 1, Invincible number 123. Loose ends are tied up, conflicts are brought to a resolution, a door is closed, so the new one can open. After more than 10 years on the book, series artist Ryan Ottley told why he enjoys it, quote, "It is definitely a fun comic to draw, has a great writer, and frankly the pay is better than anywhere else. If I didn't have to work such crazy hours, then it'd be even better, but that is the life of monthly comics," close quote. He went on to say, quote, "Seriously though, I enjoy drawing emotions, especially anger. It's just so pleasing to make lines on paper act. Some scenes can get tedious and boring at times, like talking scenes in a kitchen or something, but I just recall old regular jobs and remember I got it good," close quote. At number 2, we have Sex Criminals number 12. Susie and John continue the worst recruitment plan in the history of entertaining second act montage sequences. Getting the band together never had so many fluids. By Hollywood jerkhole Matt Fraction and literally a shed full of car keys that somehow manages to draw comics. This issue also has a variant comic shipping that has its own solicit. The same comic as Sex Criminals number 12, only with a second of 5 XXX variant covers shipped in a solid poly bag so it cannot be seen until opened. Kate Leth, it turns out, is filthy as H, by the way. If only we could think of something dirty that rhymes with Fraggle Rock. 1 print run only. At number 3, we have Star Wars number 9. Luke's lightsaber has been stolen and he must retrieve it. Meanwhile, the Imperials are closing in on Han and Leia, set upon them by a mysterious woman from Han's past. Series artist Stuart Eminem explained what it's like for him to draw these iconic characters. Quote, "The likenesses of the 3 principal actors, especially from the era of the first film, are very, very tough to capture, at least for me, but I've read things that make me feel less alone in that regard, and Carrie Fisher is probably the hardest. So while I'm pleased to hear that people like the interpretation, it's one that I am still struggling to express satisfactorily. Ask the average person what Princess Leia looks like, and they'll probably say she has cinnamon bun hair and a white dress, but her individual features, her eyes and mouth and jaw, are so subtle, especially at 19 years old, and they mostly evade me. I keep trying. Wade told me the other day that he thought the Leia likeness was getting better," close quote. At number 4, we have all-new Hawkeye number 5, a boy at odds with his big brother, a hero out of sync with his partner. Team Hawkeye, both past and present, is fractured. Things come to a head as Barney, Clint, and Kate learn what it means to carry the name Hawkeye. Marvel editor-in-chief Axel Alonso explained the transition from Matt Fraction to Jeff Lemire on the series. Quote, "Matt Fraction and David Aja and friends defined Hawkeye as a quirky, fun, adventurous, and experimental series that was cut from a very different cloth than, well, most comics. If we were going to continue the series, it was very important that we found a creative team that kept the sense of unpredictability and invention, but stamp it with their own style. Who to own it? And to me, the writer to do that, to set that tone, was Jeff. Thankfully, he was immediately intrigued, and after a few moments of understandable trepidation about doing another comic book featuring an archer, realized he did have a story to tell, and the results are what you see right now," close quote. At number 5, we have Guardians of Knowhere number 4. Who is this mysterious woman, and how could she have taken out Gamora? Knowhere is in turmoil, and, some would say, easy pickings. Who's going to take it all? Series writer Brian Michael Bendis mentioned the title while discussing the new Guardians of the Galaxy book launching after Secret Wars. Quote, "For those of you looking for Gamora and what's going on with her, I highly recommend picking up the Secret Wars series Guardians of Knowhere. There's a lot going on in that book that will fall out into this new volume of Guardians of the Galaxy, including the debut of 2 major cosmic villains that will find their way into the book very, very soon. So if you want to see their first appearances, check out Guardians of Knowhere featuring art by Mike Deodato Jr., close quote. Rounding out the top 10 at number 6, we have Wonder Woman number 44. Wonder Woman is on the trail of Donna Troy, who seeks refuge in London from both Diana and her past, but a new friend may be more trouble than help for the fleeing Amazon outcast. At number 7, we have Miracleman by Gaiman and Buckingham number 2. John Galloway rejected Miracleman's new world, rejected companionship, rejected love, until the night Miraclewoman visited him. The schoolyard rebels strut their stuff and debate the teenage idol of the golden age, Johnny Bates, in Trends. Miracleman explores deeper into infraspace and retrieval. including material originally presented in Miracleman number 18, plus bonus content. At number 8, we have Star Wars Lando number 4. Lando has made off with one of the most expensive ships in the galaxy, but now one of the most deadly, effective trackers around is on his tail. Get swindled by the smoothest talker in space. At number 9, we have Tokyo Ghost number 1, The Isles of Los Angeles 2089. Humanity is addicted to technology, a population of unemployed leisure seekers blissfully distracted from toxic contamination who borrow, steal, and kill to buy their next digital fix. Getting a virtual buzz is the only thing left to live for. It's the biggest industry, the only industry, the drug everyone needs, and the gangsters run it all. And who do these gangsters turn to when they need their rule enforced? Constables Led Dent and Debbie Decay. This duo is about to be given a job that will force them out of the familiar squalor of Los Angeles to take down the last techless country on Earth, Garden Nation of Tokyo. Best-selling writer Rick Remender and superstar art team Sean Murphy and Matt Hollingsworth examine our growing addiction to technology while thirsting for a nature we continue to destroy. And at number 10, we have Spider-Verse number 5. As Gwen Stacy explores her past, the spiders square off against their greatest foe. For the best of the rest from DC Comics, we have Black Canary number 4. Guest artist Pia Guerra of Why the Last Man joins the series. Dinah is on the hunt for her kidnapped guitarist Ditto, and when she finds the person responsible, you better believe she'll make them pay. Also uncover the secret of the band's former singer and how she plans to exact revenge on them for kicking her out. Next, we have Robin, Son of Batman number 4. It's Robin versus Deathstroke. The troubles in Maya's past come back to haunt her. Will Damian and Goliath be forced to leave her to fend for herself, or can they find a way to help their new ally? And we have Superman Wonder Woman number 21. The epic truth arc hits close to the heart as dark secrets come to light, forcing Superman and Wonder Woman to question whether their relationship can work in this new world of identities revealed and questionable actions. From Marvel Comics, we've got Captain America White number 1 of 5. The superstar creative team of Spider-Man Blue, Hulk Gray, and Daredevil Yellow bring their magic to America's number 1 hero. From his reawakening in the present day to his days on the battlefield during World War II, follow Captain America as he recalls a special mission during the big one. It's 1941 and the Howling Commandos are just looking to kick back and relax, but Cap and Bucky are about to make their night a whole lot worse. The Eisner Award-winning team of Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale reunite to tell a shocking tale of Captain America and Bucky. Extra-sized issue featuring Captain America White number 0. Next we have House of M number 3. In order to retake everything he's lost, Magneto, the rightful patriarch of the House of Magnus, must ally himself with those he has sworn to rule, Luke Cage and the rest of the human resistance. And we have Spider Island number 4 of 5. Venom and his band of monstrous allies take the fight straight to the Spider Queen. One hero makes the ultimate sacrifice. From Image Comics, we have The Fade Out number 9. Nominated for the Eisner Award for Best New Series, Act 3 begins as the mystery heats up. From Valiant Entertainment, we have Bloodshot Reborn number 6. The Hunt Part 1. All new arc. Jump on board here. Bloodshot is on the hunt. Determined to stop the violent reign of terror that plagues Colorado, Bloodshot journeys across the Rocky Mountains to destroy the remaining nanites that have caused mass murderers to spring up across the state. But will the drugs, booze, and insane visions rattling around his head put an end to his journey before it begins? Start reading here as New York Times bestselling writer Jeff Lemire and modern master Butch Goose begin the second staggering story arc of the chart-topping new series that Entertainment Weekly calls a subversive new take on Valiant's resident unkillable killing machine. Next we have Ivar Timewalker number 9, Ending History Part 1, all new arc, jump on board here. As history falls apart around her, only one man can help Neela Sethi save Ivar's life and time itself, and that man is Ivar. Wait, what? Can Neela teach a new Timewalker the ropes of time travel as time collapses, or will the universe finally meet its doom? Find out as Harvey Award-nominated artist Pere Perez joins New York Times bestselling writer Fred Van Lint for Ending History. And we have Rye number 10, new costume, new mission, Rye Reborn. A fallen, broken, and depowered Rye finds himself captured by a monstrous and savage tribe on Earth. With his friends being hunted and tortured back in New Japan, Rye will find help in an unexpected yet familiar face who knows a thing or two about survival. Matt Kint and Clayton Crane continue their acclaimed run with the surprise appearance as the Orphan marches toward a coming conflict for the United Heroes of 4001 AD. Out in trades this week, we have Batman Noir Hush hardcover. The epic thriller is presented in a stark black and white. In this story of murder, mystery, and romance, Batman sets out to discover the identity of the mysterious villain wreaking havoc in his life. But Batman ends up facing what might be the most intense case of his life as secrets from his past flood into the present, and the most notorious villains to ever haunt Gotham City streets attack simultaneously. Guest starring the Dark Knight's greatest allies and enemies, this collection features Batman number 608 through 619, as well as the 6-page chapter from Wizard number 0, and a 2-page origin story that originally appeared at DCComics.com. And we have Batman Volume 7 Endgame hardcover. The Joker is back in these stories from Batman 35 through 40. For years, the Joker has regarded Batman with a sick, twisted love, but now the Clown Prince of Crime is done playing. He's going to kill Batman, and he's going to do it using those whom Batman loves the most, the Justice League. The Joker returns to Gotham City with a deadlier agenda than ever before, using every tool at his disposal to finally kill the Dark Knight. That includes turning Batman's allies against him in the bloodiest brawl that he's ever had to survive. Okay, so that's just a few of my favorite books out this week. There's still plenty of others available, and I broke out all the Marvel titles this week in their own video, as well as a separate video for all of DC, and even a video with the top independent publishers. And you can find them all on my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com. You can also now find He's Got Issues on eBay at he'sgotissues.com/eBay for great deals on comics, trades, and superhero and pop culture merchandise with free shipping in the United States. And of course, you can still find me on Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. There's links to everything in the About section at he'sgotissues.com. And a reminder that both He's Got Issues and the League of Nerds are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.